Alright guys, since this is a Nintendo Switch tutorial, I gotta read you a disclaimer. I do not condone any kind of piracy. Anything I show you on this video is for educational purposes only. Now with that out of the way, on today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you install the Eden Switch emulator on a Windows PC. Now this is going to work for Windows 10 and Windows 11. This is also available for Android and Linux. I'm going to be leaving you all the links you're going to need in the pinned comment of the video. So one's going to be for my page. So just scroll down until you find the wallpaper of the video. There's going to be two links. One is going to be for Eden Emulator. The other is going to be for the Nintendo Switch firmware download page. So first, we are going to download the emulator. So this is the main download page. So just scroll over to the download section. It's going to take you to a GitHub page. So just scroll down until you find the download section. You're going to download the Windows part. You're going to need to unzip it using 7-zip or WinRAR. Now for the next file, the Switch firmwares. So this is going to have all the Nintendo Switch firmwares. On today's example, I'm going to be using the latest 20.0.1. You can use any firmware that you want as long as the prod keys match the firmware. So just keep that in mind or it's not going to work. So scroll over to the download section. You're going to need to unzip it using 7-zip or WinRAR. So now for all the folders that you're going to need. So first folder is the emulator itself. Second folder is the firmware. Third folder is the switch keys, so prod keys and title keys. And the last folder is going to be a Switch games folder that you're going to need to create. The games must be in .nsp or .xci format. So now we're going to load up the emulator. We are going to run the eden.exe file, so double click. Now you're going to double click on the folder. Now you're going to find your games folder. So mine is under desktop, Switch games, select folder, and then all your games will populate. So I only have one game today as an example. The next thing we're going to do, go over to tools. We are going to install the decryption keys, which are the prod keys. You're going to find the folder. So switch title keys. You're going to select the prod keys. Open. So decryption keys were successfully installed. Press OK. Go to tools again. We are going to install the firmware. You're going to find the folder. So for me, it's firmware 20.0.1. Select the folder. Just let it install. It shouldn't take too long. There you go. Now you're on firmware 20.0.1. Next thing we're going to do, we are going to set up the controllers. Now you can use the Switch Pro controller, the Xbox One controller, PS4 controller, and so on. For today's example, I'm going to be using the Xbox One S controller. So go to emulation. You're going to go to configure. So the first thing you're going to do, go over to hotkeys. If you want to change any of the hotkeys, you can change them. I'm just going to leave them as they are. System, everything's pretty much set. CPU, everything should be set. Graphics, make sure Vulkan is selected with your graphics card. Everything else you can leave as is. Audio is set. Controls. So you're going to select your controller. So mine is Xbox One controller. It'll populate. So if you want to configure the controller, you can. But like I said, the Xbox One controller is already configured, so I'm just going to leave it as is. So you can pair up to 8 controllers. So player 1, you're going to select your profile. Make sure you save it. Go to OK. So you're pretty much set and ready to go. So it's a pretty simple emulator. So to start up a game, you just double click on the game. And there you go, it starts up the game. Now I have not tested every game, so there could be bugs, but I'm not sure. So if there's certain games that don't work, I haven't tested every game. But yeah, so just another option for another Switch emulator. I'm going to leave all the links you're going to need in the pinned comment of this video. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And on to the next one.